In my opinion, the coolest thing about the Bible is how everything in the Old Testament all connects back to the New Testament. I mean, these books were written hundreds, some of them even 1,000 years later, 1,000 years apart from each other, right? And yet they still connect so meticulously and so like under the surface too. It's not even like in your face. You got to kind of like search for it. And then once you see it, it's like, whoa, right? And that's what I'm going to talk about today is one of those, okay? We're going to talk about the Sabbath and how it all foreshadowed Christ. It is so deep, and I'm going to show you guys today. So go to Genesis chapter 2. And I ask you guys, please just open up your ears, open up your hearts to this message I'm about to give you guys, okay? Because you'll see. So go to Genesis chapter 2. We're going to go chapter 2, 1 through 3. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. So as we can see here, on the seventh day, the creation of the world was finished, right? And if we go to John chapter 19, verse 30, I want you to go there real quick. So John chapter 19 through 30. So let's give some context to the situation here. Jesus Christ, he's on the cross and he's being crucified, okay? So John chapter 19 verse 30 says, when Jesus therefore had received the vinegar, he said, it is finished, and he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. So at the end where it says give up the ghost, meaning he died, okay? So this is Christ, right before he died, he says, it is finished. Guys, what did God say on the seventh day? If we go back to Genesis chapter 2, it says, thus the heavens and the earth were finished on the seventh day, right? And what was on the seventh day? The Sabbath day, right? Where God rested. This is all a shadow of things to come. So if we go to Colossians 2:16 through 17, it speaks about this, right? I mean, the Bible literally points towards this within the Bible. Colossians 2:16 through 17 says, let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of an holy day, or of the moon, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Christ. So the Sabbath day was a shadow, aka foreshadowing of something to come, aka the death and sacrifice of Christ. So what did God say when he rested on the seventh day? The work is finished. The earth is finished. What did Christ say the second right before he died? It is finished. Guys, all the work is already finished. Okay? So guys, this is why I go so tough on legalistic Christians who are telling you to work, to, you got to do good works, because they're not preaching rest. Jesus Christ said it is finished. The work is already finished, guys. We just have to rest now. We're called to rest. So I'm going to give you guys another verse, okay? We're going to go to Matthew 11, 28 through 30. Come unto me, all ye that are labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. Guys, Christ completed all the work. All the work is finished. Now we just have to rest in the sacrifice and the blood of Christ. Guys, do we earn our salvation? Do we work for our salvation? No, guys. Salvation is a gift from Christ. In Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8 through 10, it says, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus unto good works, which God hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Now we just have to rest in the gift, the free gift that God gave us, which is the death of Christ, the blood of Christ, allowing us into heaven. So guys, look at it like this, right? You didn't have to buy anything. You didn't have to work for anything. God, he gave you a free ticket, right? He gave you a free ticket into heaven. All you have to do is just accept the ticket. You don't have to work. You don't have to labor, because the ticket was already paid for by the blood of Christ. He already paid for the ticket into heaven. Okay? Now, I want to get on to something else within this topic, right? So there's some legalistic Christians, right, who actually think we have to keep a Sabbath day. And this is just hilarious, right? But if we go to, because in the Bible, the Pharisees, right, they literally tried to rebuke Jesus for working on the Sabbath day, or technically working. He was doing miracles on the Sabbath day. And they said that he was going against the Sabbath day, working on the Sabbath, by saving people, right? By healing people. He was saving people, healing people. And the Pharisees were like, no, no, no. You must keep the Sabbath. The irony of that, right? The irony of them attacking Jesus for saving souls. Meanwhile, they're trying to follow this legalistic code, this legalistic law, and they think it's ironic too, because they are working to keep the Sabbath. The whole point of the Sabbath is to rest. Why are you trying to work for the Sabbath? This is just what is so ironic with modern day Christianity. There's people telling you that we still have to work for Christ, right? The irony of that, when we're called to rest in the work of Christ. When we've been given the gift of salvation, and we're supposed to rest in that. We're supposed to accept that free ticket that I was just telling you about. That free ticket into heaven. But people are telling us that we still need to work for it. Mark 2:27-28. When Jesus rebuked these Pharisees. Let's see who the true Sabbath is. And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore, Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. So who is Christ, guys? He's the Lord of the Sabbath. But also, the Sabbath was made for man. Man was not made for the Sabbath. Meaning, the rest was given to us. We don't have to work for the rest. Do you understand? Salvation is for us, guys. Salvation is a free gift for us. We don't have to work for salvation. That's basically what this is pointing towards. Okay? It's crazy how within the Sabbath day, it's all pointing towards the gospel. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 1-3, it was all pointing towards Christ. It was all pointing towards the gospel. It was all pointing towards the gift of salvation. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Peace, y'all.